It is gains season. I have been so hyped for my workouts. It's been my favorite part of my day lately, and I'm really starting to see a whole lot of progress in the past few months, and I wanted to take you through my routine so you could see exactly how I've been making my way to the gym, coming from work and making it part of the routine. So I always make myself a pre-workout. I just started doing that because it's made such a difference in my workouts. Honestly, the mind muscle connection is epic. It puts me so in the zone and so purposeful in my workouts, and I realize that is so important, or else you kind of just go through the motions, and then are you really making gains? Like, you're really not. And I always have a snack before because I had just worked with 5 clients. It's time to get a little bit of fuel for my workout. So we just have a Cliff Bar because it's carbs, it goes straight to the muscles. At least that's what I tell myself. No, but really you need something that can fuel you. And then I get ready. I'm a physical therapist and personal trainer, so I just wear gym clothes to work. That's really works well for me, but of course you can bring your clothes to the gym if you're going after work, or just wear them straight there if you're going in the morning. And I really haven't been doing much with my hair because I'm trying to keep it healthy, so I just kind of clip it back. Super simple. I started work at 6:30 a.m. today, so it was not, I didn't get ready in the morning very long, so we're just working with what we got. Kind of just rolled out of bed and made it there. But you got to do what you got to do. You don't always have to spend hours and hours getting ready. You know what I'm saying? Then we change up our shoes because I'm wearing my white Converse. I love them, and I don't want to get them too dirty so that I can get into my warm-up. Don't skip your warm-up, okay? So on upper body day, I like to do a little bit more of a precise warm-up for these muscle groups. So just working on some plank down dog, finding a little bit of thoracic rotation with the twist. Then I'll do some cat-cows, lower down to my belly, and do some prone swimmers. So just working my shoulder mobility. This used to be super hard for me, and I still have really tight shoulders, but you need good mobility to have the best form and alignment and just stay the safest possibly that you can in your workout. So don't neglect this part of the workout. Don't neglect your mobility and just kind of like therapy work. That way you don't have to go to therapy someday. Spinal mobility is a must. I used to be better at this when I was just doing yoga, but I don't neglect it. I definitely still work it into my warm-ups, and just throughout the day I'm always trying to kind of stretch my upper body in the doorway. Then I'm going to do 15 rounds of I, Y's, and T's. So just kind of make a fist, lay on your belly, and squeeze those shoulder blades down and together to lift the arms in that pattern. Make sure you don't overuse your upper traps and you really feel the back of your shoulder and middle of your shoulder blades do the work there. Next, I'm going to add in the general mobility warm-up that I do before every single workout. I'll do some hinges, step back into a lunge, and just do a little bit of side bending, stretching the front of my hip. And I kind of bounce in it, so it makes it more dynamic and loosens up the body. It relaxes the nervous system and kind of just creates space. Some Skandasana, yoga lunges side to side, the old greatest stretch alive. Just kind of moving through it. Sometimes I do change it up a little bit, but I do the same general movements. And this should take about 5 to 10 minutes max. I really don't take much longer than that. And I'll add it in some caterpillars today and some push-ups just to wrap it all up. Now we're ready for the meat of the workout. Let's go. I have started to love back and biceps so much more than I used to, and that's because I finally understand how to feel my lats. This is a skill. It's not easy. At the beginning, when you're a beginner, you may not be able to tune into your lats, and that's that muscle that's like the angel wings on your back. I always think of it like the Michael Phelps muscle because he has those huge lats. Swimmers just in general have huge lats, but they're not the most easy to activate if you're not used to it. So you can think of having oranges in your armpits and squeezing them as you pull the elbow back. Common mistakes are using your shoulders and your chest and kind of rounding forward or extending too far back. So just slow it down. This workout specifically, I slowed my movements down so much. I paused a little bit at the end. You can see I'm doing that here as well in the single arm pull down, so I can go, okay, am I using my lat or am I cheating with some other muscle group? It's also really helped me to think of getting the stretch in my lat first and then getting the extension. So I feed the cable back towards the machine, stretch through my lat, and then slight lean back and making sure my lat is pulling me back. So lighten up the weight, get your ego out of it, make sure you're doing it right, learn how to tune into your body and actually feel the muscle group. On your back day, you kind of make sure that you're getting a mixture of vertical pulls and horizontal pulls. So this single arm cable row, of course, would be a horizontal pull, and you still can get the lat with it. Lats do extension, so the more you kind of bring the elbow behind you, stretching your arm forward and then extending back behind you, you get the lat as well as the muscles between your shoulder blades, your rhomboids, lower traps, etc. So zone in on what you want to feel. Do you want to get more rhomboids, lower traps, lats? You can kind of bias it towards any of those, but I have been so enjoying working my lats lately, so I'm going slow and making sure I'm still feeling it. Like back to a vertical pull, the lat pull down. Again, I lightened up the weight and I was doing slow, almost eccentrics on the way up. You can see I'm going up with like a count of 3, getting a pause at the bottom. I make sure that I bring the pull down all the way to my chest. And I'm not cheating here, there's no momentum. There's a time and a place to go a little bit faster, but if you're bodybuilding, if you want to find hypertrophy, get muscle tone, build your own curves, right? Build your own muscle. If you want to look the part and feel the part, then slow it down, make the reps count, time under tension. Mind muscle connection is seriously no joke. And don't neglect your rest periods. Today I rested mostly around 2 minutes because of how slow I was going, how mindful I was being. I was really fatiguing the muscles that I was working, and they need rest. They need to refuel in order to have the best possible next set. One of the mindset shifts I've been making lately is treating every single exercise and every single rep per exercise like it's building my muscles. Like there's no cheat reps, there's no measly little get through this. I'm not rushing through it. I'm not just doing it to get it done, to cross it off my to-do list. I'm doing it with purpose. I'm doing it because I want this to make my muscles grow, right? I'm committed to finally getting some back muscles and getting that fitness transformation that I've been working so hard for. So that's part of the routine too. And I always add in a couple bicep exercises on back day. So again, I went lighter. I made sure that I was feeling the biceps initiate the movement, flex. Like bodybuilders always flex, and there's actually a method to the madness. It helps you recruit that muscle group specifically instead of compensating, which a lot of people swing the bar or use their shoulders. I'm standing with the best posture I can. Like I tell my clients, have posture like a queen. Make it count. Make sure the biceps do the work. I always told myself that, or I always thought basically that since I was so long limbed and lean, that it would be so hard for me to be able to build my body, but I'm done with those thought processes. I know how to do this. Like I've literally only studied this stuff, but I'm not making excuses anymore. So team biceps, curls for the girls, let's get it. So that was the entirety of my workout. You can see it on the little sticky note there. And now we're not done. Don't click out yet. Part of the gym routine is finishing off the workout right. Like I said, there was a little bit more. We have to do our post-workout stretch. Since I'm not doing as much yoga anymore, I make it a point to stretch after my workouts. Even though I'm done, I feel like I need to just be going home right now so I can get to doing more work or checking more things off my to-do list. But it's made a big difference just to tell myself, don't be in a rush. This is the stuff that counts. If I put in the work to stretch my hips, stretch my upper body, then it's going to be that much better for my next lift. I'll be able to recruit more muscle fibers because I can move through the full range of motion. It also helps with soreness. Also, if you don't move it, you lose it. So at the beginning of the workout, you saw I did more like dynamic stretching, and now at the end, I'm holding the poses a little bit longer and stretching through my muscles, listening to my body and just going to the end range, holding long enough so I can feel the tension release and going just a little bit further. I stretch anywhere between 30 seconds to 2 minutes per side, honestly, depending on how much time I have and what I feel like doing that day. But really stretching 60 seconds per stretch is the best so that your muscles actually have time to elongate. I never regret when I take the time to do this, and again, no longer than 10 minutes. 10 minutes is the perfect amount of time to get a good solid stretch and serve your body. Seriously, do your body a favor and do not skip this part. Mission complete. Let's go. There is no feeling better than the post-workout feeling. It just is. Makes you feel badass. Makes you feel like the woman. Makes you ready to go home and have a delicious post-workout snack. And we get to watch our friend's dog. So I love coming home and being greeted by Callie while her owner is out of town, but someday probably when I will get one. So first I got some cuddles with her, gave her some attention. I did take her on a walkie poo, and then I made my post-workout smoothie. It is the fall holiday, so I made it with a little fall twist and added some pumpkin to it. And you can see the list of ingredients that I put in here on the side. Always protein powder. Yogurt's got protein. If you want to gain muscle, you have got to prioritize your protein no matter what. When I put something in my mouth, like have a snack, dinner, breakfast, I always check, does this have a protein source in it? And since I'm in a bulk, I'm naturally eating more than I typically do. I'm not counting. I think that's too restrictive. I just am listening to my body. So that's my gym routine. That's what I do every time, no matter what body part I'm working. I go straight after work. I make it happen. I look forward to it. But to me, it's not a choice. It's just something that I do. So I hope that this was helpful. Let me know if you resonate, if anything kind of clicks with you, what other videos you'd like to see. If you've got any questions, drop them below, and I hope to see you in next video.